Hey guys, Deepak here from digitaldeepak.com and welcome to a webinar on digital freelancing. What we are going to do today is that we are going to discuss for the next 30 to 45 minutes on what is digital freelancing. I call it digital freelancing because we are going to focus on providing digital marketing services and I'm going to give you an overview on it. We have people from our internship program. A lot of people are here already from batch 1 to batch 10, and we have first time attendees in the webinar as well. So one of the things about digital freelancing is that it's a very big topic and there is a lot of things to cover, but I'm not going to go too deep into everything that is available. Obviously I'm going to share some resources with you, but if you are interested in learning more about digital freelancing, then for the existing interns, there is a upcoming video, which is going to be a much more in-depth video on freelancing, which you will get. And other people, you can just get whatever value that I'm providing here on this webinar. So before I get started, just go ahead and let me know if my audio and video is clear. Just type clear in the chat box if my audio and video is clear. Fantastic. Thanks a lot for clarifying that. And some people are asking, what is this new background? So this is basically a green screen element that I have installed recently. And that is why I'm able to put a new type of video, new type of background, which I think makes things better, right? So I have a mind map to share, and in the mind map, I'm going to go ahead and talk about different topics when it comes to freelancing, and I'm also going to share some resources with you when it comes to digital freelancing. So with that note, let's get started and let's not waste any time. This is going to be like a power packed webinar, and I'm going to give you a lot of information in a very short time. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I will try to keep this webinar around 30 to 45 minutes, and I want to deliver the maximum value in this 30 to 45 minutes. There is no sales pitch in this webinar, and I'm not trying to pitch a product towards the end of the webinar, nothing like that. This is just to provide value for the people who are on my email list, and also to just to engage you and give you more information. So that's purely the purpose of this webinar. So let me go ahead and share a mind map with you. All right, so digital freelancing masterclass, that is what I'm calling this webinar. And we are going to very quickly cover a lot of concepts in this particular class. And let's start with introduction to freelancing, right? So in fact, these are all the different topics that I'm going to cover in the advanced freelancing internship program as well, which I'm planning to launch after, for people who graduate from the internship program. And here I'm just going to kind of give you an overview. So when you look at freelancing, right, let's look at the opportunities. What are the different opportunities that you have in freelancing? I'm not going to talk much about the freelance networks that are there, right? You have Upwork, you have freelancer.com, you have Fiverr. But more than these freelance networks, most of the opportunities for individual freelancers comes from reaching out to clients directly and trying to sell a product or service. So what are the different markets that are available where you can go ahead and sell your freelance services? You can sell it to US, UK, Australia, but there are other European countries as well in which you can sell freelancing services. And for all these services, you can sit in India and you will be able to go ahead and deliver the service. In fact, you might have seen some of the testimonials of the people from the internship program who are already getting a lot of results. And these people are doing a lot of freelancing work and earning in dollars. So when you look at the benefits for businesses, why do businesses prefer freelancers over other type of full-time employees? Is because businesses do not want to hire full-time employees anymore. There are full-time employees, can be a little bit difficult to manage, right? And there are definitely certain types of work which is not suitable for freelancing, but most of the type of work is suitable for freelancing. So companies just want to hire without having to have so many legal formalities around hiring full-time employees, right? And freelancers take more ownership and are likely to get things done, right? For example, I have a few designers who are working with me as freelancers, and they actually do a better job than having someone as a full-time employee in my company. And for businesses, it also saves a lot of overheads, especially when you are doing digital freelancing online. Businesses need not pay the office rent. In fact, if businesses go ahead and hire full-time employees, the cost to maintain an employee is not just a salary, but you also have to have an office. You need an office space. You need to pay commercial property taxes. Then you need a security guard. You need security for the office, and there are so many headaches like that, which kind of makes things unviable. So at the same time, businesses and freelancers both can have increased productivity, right? Businesses need not travel, no frequent meetings or tea breaks, no pollution, better quality of relationships. If you are sitting and working from home, you are spending more time with family. So let me know in the chat box how many of you have had better relationship with your family, after the lockdown and after you started working from home. All right. I see a lot of people are saying me, me, me. And for some people, it might have actually, worked in the opposite direction where you are constantly fighting with your family members. That can also happen if you are like in the wrong marriage or something like that. But I think for most of the people, especially blood relationships, right? Maybe not, necessarily in married relationships, but with parents and things like that, the relationship definitely increases. By the way, I also see a lot of questions that are being asked in the chat box right now. So please note that we are just crossing 900 people live right now. And when I'm addressing 900 people, I will not be able to answer any questions live. So please understand that. And let's have a look at types of work, right? So what are the different types of work that you will be able to do when you are doing freelancing? Mostly work is going to be project based, right? I'm going to go and give you a list of different things that you can do. But some of the basic things that you can do is like you can do website design, you can do market research, you can do content marketing, you can do social media marketing. What else you can do? You can go ahead and do lead generation services for businesses. You can also go ahead and do, let's say Facebook ads management. Then you have Google ads management. You can provide SEO services. You can provide marketing automation services. You can provide sales services. You can provide copywriting services. You can provide analytics services. You can provide design services. So all these different services you can do project based. And what are the work that is not suitable for freelancing? You will see that product development, customer support, sometimes sales, which has to be done like perpetually, and delivering the service itself cannot be done as a freelancer. Like for example, if you are a business and if you are getting some clients, and if you are running an agency or something, and if you are delivering a service, you cannot hire freelancers and depend on them to deliver the service. So that is, there are always going to be, some of the things which cannot be done via freelancing. But that apart, there are plenty of things that you can do as a freelancer. And one of the, benefits of freelancing is that, let's say, benefits for freelancers, you are not going to, for international clients, you are doing a service export, right? It's a service export. There are no GST needs to be paid for that. Like for example, if I am delivering a service for $1,000 to a client in US, I don't need to charge GST, and they don't need to pay GST for me. Only within India, you need to pay exorbitant amounts of GST, which is right now 18%. I feel that that is unrealistic, but that is the law of the land. And Then now let's go to the second section, which is freelancing mindset. So anyway, whatever we covered in the first section, introduction to freelancing. So I see custom duty exists. Custom duty is only for goods when you are importing services. When you are exporting services, there are not going to be any requirement, right? So I will be sharing this mind map with you guys. Yes, I will be sharing this mind map. Don't worry about it. And is this clear? Like whatever we covered in the introduction, is it clear? Just type clear in the chat box if it is clear. All right, fantastic. Let's go to the second section now, and let's go ahead and talk about freelancing mindset, right? So, what is the freelancing mindset versus the job mindset? So, when you are in a full-time job, it is recommended that you jump into freelancing. And one of the reasons that I recommend going into freelancing before you go ahead and start your own business, such as a startup or something, is that freelancing will give you a taste of what it is like to take responsibilities and what you can, do by yourself before getting into a full-time business, right? And everybody here, pretty much, I'm sure that you want to start your own business someday. So the people who are in jobs, what is their mindset? The people who are in corporate jobs, their mindset is that, they have only one source of income. And our mindset has evolved from, having government jobs. And a lot of our parents, recommended that we get a corporate job. And one of the reasons that we want to go ahead and people ask us to get a corporate job is that the mindset of having a government job somehow has come into the next generation as well, right? When we look at our parents, they have always said that, hey, go ahead and get a government job, and or they get a full-time job is what they say, because their parents probably asked our parents to go ahead and get a government job. And the problem here is that in this day and age, jobs are not stable, and there are no pensions, and there is no such thing as a safe, secure job. But in a job, there is only one source of income. Jobs used to be a little bit more stable in the previous era, but now we all know how unstable jobs are, especially when we look at pandemic 2020. A lot of people ended up losing jobs. Almost 50% of the people who I interacted with on my email list, my tribe, said that they lost a job. So with job, you have one source of income. You need not take responsibility for results, right? If the company is doing well or not, mostly unless you are like in a very senior position, there is no need for taking responsibilities. And you have to climb the corporate ladder, you have to do office politics. That is something that we can add. So office politics is going to be there, and growth is slow and linear, right? And one of the problems with jobs is that you might get like 7% increment, 10% increment, but never more than that. And the benefits of freelancing is that with freelancing, you will have multiple sources of income. For example, if you are doing website design services, or let's say you are doing ad management services, you can go ahead and have a few clients, like 5 different clients. And if you are serving 5 different clients, then you will probably be able to, go ahead and, have some security, because even if one client stops paying, then you will have the rest of the people continuously paying you. So let's say instead of having a job which is paying 1 lakh a month and waiting for 10%, 20% increment after an entire year, what you can do is that you can do freelancing. You can have, 4 clients who pay 25,000 a month. It looks much more realistic than a full-time job with 1 lakh salary, right? And if you have 4 clients paying 1 lakh per month, then even if one client stops paying, it is not going to dry up. You are still going to have 75,000 a month in income, and you can use the rest of the time to go ahead and hunt for a new client. And you can also go to 5 clients, you can also go to 10 different clients, right? And instead of trying to do everything yourself, you can hire an apprentice, or you can hire an intern, or you can hire an employee, and slowly you can go from freelancing to becoming like an agency. So your journey to becoming a company will start with freelancing. And as a freelancer, you will also be, focused on learning how to sell. You will be taking responsibility of results. And if you gain experience in a particular area, in that area, you can even start your own business in the future. Like, for example, I know someone who used to be a freelancer for companies, helping them market their careers page. And every company has a HR, every company has a career section, and this person was providing services mostly to market their company's careers. And he used to try to get more people to apply for jobs in the company. So when this happened, he eventually understood the market so well that he started developing a software for HRs. He started developing a software for hiring, and he developed a software for helping HRs market their positions and try to get more people. So let me know in the chat box, what do you think about this mindset of jobs versus freelancing? Is it something that you feel that this is true? And do you feel hopeful that you are going to take this path of becoming a freelancer? Yes. See, it is going to be definitely difficult than a job, but at the same time, you are going to do a business. And instead of doing 2 years MBA, what I recommend is that if you try to go ahead and do 2 years of freelancing, it is going to teach you a lot more about business, on how to handle clients, and how to handle real world problems, which MBA does not teach, right? For example, there are situations where the client will try to screw you, and the client will be unethical. MBA never teaches you how to manage a client who is an idiot, right? I have managed clients who are idiots. I don't know, like, I don't even know how they have built their business. I don't know how they function. They seem to be in a high position. They seem to be in a position to pay me, but they are like complete idiots. They don't talk sense. And an MBA will never tell you that, hey, you have the power to choose your clients and you have to be careful when you are trying to get a client. Because I will not name which client it is. It's actually a very big brand, but the person working in this brand was an idiot. And I got this particular client as a client for my agency when we were just getting started with Pixel Track. And this particular client actually couldn't work with us very well, and they threatened a legal case on us. And they were just saying that, hey, the lead quality is not good, this is not good, that is not good, and they were not giving us any support at all in terms of marketing. So all these experiences, uh, it actually molds you, right? It actually makes you a stronger person to have threatened with a legal case, and then managing everything, all that, right? So of course from India, and all this is priceless experience. So it is going to be a little bit of a grind. So let's go ahead and have a look at how you can quit your job and eventually get into freelancing, right? So salaried jobs are very addictive because of a monthly salary. I heard a quote from someone who said that the cocaine is the most addictive substance in the world, and the next most addictive thing is a monthly salary, because all our bills are monthly, right? We are going to go ahead and pay bills monthly, rent, phone bills, this EMIs, everything is every month. And for every month we need to go ahead and get an income. And that monthly income which is getting from a job is something that is becoming very addictive, and that is why a lot of people sit in corporate. And the work is not really fun. It's boring, it's frustrating, but a lot of people trade 5 days for 2 days. That's what they do. They work for 5 days even in the job that they don't like, and then they go ahead and take a holiday for 2 days, which is the weekend. And then they get drunk on Friday, and then they go ahead and just spend time on weekends, and all those things keep happening. Jobs are not secure sources of income. Jobs are actually unstable. That is something that we have recently discovered. And this is a formula that I want to give you if you want to go from a job to becoming a freelancer or a businessman. So assume that your monthly expense is 50,000. right? It could be 1 lakh, it could be 25,000, whatever it is. You have your own math, but assume that you have 50,000 monthly expense. It is basically 6 lakhs a year, right? So if you are in a job which pays more than 6 lakhs a year, then what you can do is that whatever money that you save, start putting fixed deposits, and don't just randomly save it in stocks. Don't just randomly put it somewhere. Don't buy a home, guys. I know that everybody in India keeps saying that buy a home, buy a home. But if you buy a home, you will get stuck. You will get stuck paying EMIs, and then you cannot quit a job. It's okay to rent. It is cheaper to rent. I don't have an own home right now. I'm living with my parents. I'm also living at Bangalore. I have a rented place, but I have not bought a house because houses tie you down to one place, right? It doesn't give you flexibility to change cities and change houses. And tomorrow my income might increase. I might want to change houses. So what I would recommend is that whatever money that you save, I know that there are instruments which are better than FD, but what we need is liquidity. So the best use of time, the best use of money is to buy time. Buy time so that in that time you can start building your own business, right? That is the best use of money. That is where you are investing. You are like an investor investing in your own life and investing in your own growth. So what I would recommend that you do is that you get 2 years of freedom. So if your monthly expense is 50,000 rupees, 2 years of freedom is basically 12 lakhs. That's all it takes. If you already have 12 lakhs, well and good. If you do not have 12 lakhs, then first accumulate 12 lakhs. But the way you accumulate 12 lakhs is that you, let's say you have accumulated 50,000 rupees and you are still in a job, you are still making money. Go ahead and take your savings and put it in a fixed deposit in such a way that it gets liquidated at the first of every month. Like for example, let's say 2021, you are in a job and you plan to start a business from 2022 and you are continuously saving money. What you do is that make the fixed deposit in such a way that the liquidation date is in the 1st January of 2022 for 150,000 unit. And then there is another 50,000 unit which will be liquidating on February 1st. Another 50,000 unit liquidating on March 1st. Another 50,000 unit liquidating on April 1st. So you keep accumulating for 2 years. And in case you go ahead and still work for January 2022, the fixed deposit will already get liquidated. Now push it to the back. Go ahead and take the FD and put it for the next month. So basically what you are doing is that if you have 6 lakhs, you are earning 1 year of freedom. And if you have 12 lakhs, you are earning 2 years of freedom. So you are basically creating a fake salary effect. And this fake salary, which is basically liquidation of FD happening every year, every month, is going to give you a sense as if you have a job, right? And this will keep giving you money. So you will not get tensed up with your personal finances. You will keep calm, and this calmness will help you focus on your freelancing career and focus on the business that you are starting on the side. So basically what you are having is that you are having support for 2 years or 3 years or whatever you want. Basically, this is the math that you want to do. It might not be 50,000 for you. If it is 1 lakh for you, 12 lakhs will give you 1 year of freedom. So buy freedom, buy freedom, buy freedom, because this freedom will give you time, and this time can be invested in learning and creating your business from scratch. So if you do this, then your business investment, the time that you invest in your business will actually give you the highest returns. You know, people take money and put it in stock market, people take money, put it in real estate. They will not give you very good returns. What will give you the maximum returns is basically your own time freedom, right? Which are being invested in building your business. And this is a quote that, I like to, say. It is actually from Star Wars. You can earn your freedom with the skill of your hands, right? You go ahead and work hard in weekends if you want. Buy the freedom, build a business in such a way that the business becomes very stable. And then you can depend on your business for the rest of your life. Like, for example, right now, I don't need a full-time job because I withdraw a salary from my own business. I withdraw a monthly salary from my own business, and my business is so stable that I don't need to worry about it even for the next 10 years, because the business is going to survive. So my next 10 years is taken care of. So I don't need to worry about, being fired, because I am the CEO, right? Nobody is going to fire me. So what do you think about this method of earning your freedom, guys? Let me know in the chat box. Fantastic. A lot of people are saying it's mind blowing, amazing, great. So invest in yourself and see, we always have a mental psychology, right? If you go ahead and accumulate money in one single source, you will end up going and spending on something. Like the biggest mistake that you can do is buy a car on EMI, right? I have done that mistake. And right now I'm 33 years old. It is only in the past few years that I have started building my savings. If I had the kind of wisdom that I have right now, back when I was 24 years old, I could have built a savings of up to like 1 crore or 2 crore by now, which is completely, just for savings. You don't even need to, worry about anything else. But apart from building my business, only now I have started building my savings, and I'm already 33 years old. So do not make the mistake that I have done. Start saving right now, but start saving for your own freedom. And imagine if you keep making money and keep doing this fixed deposit trick for, let's say, um, 20 years, then you don't need to do anything else, right? And for people who are not in a job, people who are just getting started, even if you are doing some side hustle to make money, something you will be doing, right? Freelancing or something you will be doing. Always focus on building your freedom. Even if you are already getting started with freelancing, and let's say you are staying at your parents' home, and let's say you are just getting started with your freelancing career, even without being in a job, then maybe you want to get married and move out of your parents' home at some point in time, right? So for that, you still need savings. So that is the mindset that I want to give you, because getting free from a job is actually a challenge for a lot of people, and a lot of people are not able to get started with a business and grow the business because they are stuck in a job, they are stuck in the rat race. So that is a freelancing mindset. And now let's move to choosing your niche. So let me know in the chat box if the first two sections are clear. Just type clear in the chat box. Fantastic. So everybody is pretty much clear. In fact, the limit for this webinar is 1,000 attendees, and we have already hit 1,000 attendees today. So let's, congrats on getting into the webinar. I should probably increase the size of my webinar participation. So what I'm going to do is that let's go ahead and go to the next section, which is choosing your niche. And people ask me, Deepak, what are the different services I can provide? So these are all the different services you can provide: content writing, video marketing, content marketing, SEO, Facebook ads, Google ads, lead generation, copywriting, analytics, social media, marketing automation, keyword research. And these are the things that you can provide as a digital marketing freelancer. However, if you want to go ahead and do something apart from digital marketing, you can do graphic designing, you can do analytics, you can do app development, right? You can do app development, and you can do UI UX. All these different services are available. And when you look at the different industries you can provide, these are the different industries I could think of. Obviously the list is going to be very big, but these are the major industries. You have pharma, you have travel, you have healthcare, restaurants, retail, footwear, hotel, music, fashion, manufacturing, transport, consumer electronics, B2B, construction, real estate, education, finance, SaaS, telecommunication. So all these different verticals and industries is something that you can serve. And what you need to basically focus on is to go ahead and develop expertise in one particular area, and build a brand in that particular area. Like for example, I know a friend of mine who has a digital marketing agency in Bangalore. And right now he is not operational because his only niche was hotels and restaurants. But something like COVID, which goes ahead and destroys an industry, is rare. Probably will not happen again. But imagine that if you go ahead and provide services only for dentists, if you go ahead and provide digital marketing services only for lawyers, you will develop a reputation within that industry. So one person will refer another person, and it is always easy to be recalled as a person who is in a specific area and a specific market, in a niche, than if you are trying to be everything to everyone. Like for example, imagine if I am teaching every subject to every person in the world, nobody is going to care about me, right? Why should they learn from me? However, I have a focus area. My focus area is to go ahead and teach digital marketing. And my focus area is India. We have a few international customers, yes, but my focus area is always India, and I have huge plans for India. So let's have a look at designing your offer, right? Choose your niche based on your experience. So that is about choosing your niche, and I cannot go too much in depth right now. And people who are from the internship program would have gone through the third lesson, right? Let me know in the chat box if you have gone through the third lesson in the internship program. People who are in the previous batches, right? And how was the niche selection video? In fact, there was a very spiritual angle to it. People who just got started with the internship program might not have crossed the third video, and some of the batches would have already completed the third video. And for people who are not part of the internship program, watch out for the launch of batch 10 of the internship program, where you will be able to learn about niche selection very, very in depth. So in the interest of keeping this particular webinar short, I will quickly go through the rest of the sections, and some of the sections I will not be able to cover right now, but this is the overall outline, right? So the fourth point is that you need to start designing your offer. And how are you going to design your offer? What is the service that you are going to provide? You are basically going to choose a niche based on your personal experience. And once you have a very good personal experience in a particular area, like let's say, for example, your uncle is a doctor, or your dad is a doctor, or your dad is a lawyer or something, or somebody in the family is in a particular niche, you might be knowing things about that particular industry that nobody else knows about. So you might want to look at becoming a digital marketing freelancer in that particular niche. And you have to think about what you can bring as benefits to your clients, rather than thinking about what the clients can give you. The most successful freelancers are value focused. These freelancers are going to focus on what is the value I can provide, rather than thinking about how much I can earn from the client, right? And create a minimum viable service. Go ahead and experiment with things. And minimum viable service basically means that you are going to experiment with things, and without trying to finalize your offer, try different things on a small scale and see if it works. Obviously, personal branding is going to be very important. You can go ahead and get testimonials from other people. And a lot of people ask me, Deepak, if I'm just getting started with freelancing, how am I going to go ahead and get testimonials without providing a service? So what you can do is that you can do free consultation, right? If you know a little bit of digital marketing, you can send out a mail to people, and you can get on a call with them. And once you get on a call with them, you can go ahead and make sure that you provide value for them. Like, for example, do an SEO audit for a website. Learn a little bit of digital marketing. And once you learn, like for example, people who are in the internship program, go ahead and learn about market research, how to do SEO, how to do a bunch of stuff. So if you learn a little bit of digital marketing and advise your client, and this client need not be like a full client, right? So a lot of people on the chat box are asking, sir, what is the internship program? How can I join the internship program? The internship program batch 10 is launching tomorrow. So just wait until I send a mail about it. So this is for people who are already not part of the internship program, and you will know more about it. But right now in this webinar, I don't want to talk about the internship program. It'll be like another 1 hour in itself. And I see some people are already part of the batch 10. I will be interacting with you separately, and watch out for my mail for that. All right. So we will be doing like exclusive webinars just for interns as well. So you can do free consulting, right? And once you do free consulting, let's say you get on a call with a marketing person in a particular company, and you help them out. And if that person liked your consultation call, liked your ideas, he's going to give a feedback, right? You can go ahead and put that feedback in your personal blog or website. And having a personal blog is very important. In fact, people who are in the internship program, the fourth week is learning how to create your own website or blog on the WordPress platform, right? So when you have your own website, You can put some case studies. You can write about your client success stories, or what the client is doing and what you have suggested. And you can basically, even if you are doing free consulting, you can take the client logo and put it on your website and put it as clients. And the client is not going to be bothered about it. In fact, the client will be happy, because the more places the client's logo appears, the more happy the client is going to be. So why not? This is an advanced method, but you can also go ahead and write a book about a particular topic. Like, for example, let's say you are offering digital marketing services to restaurants, or let's say you are offering digital marketing services to doctors. Go ahead and write a small book. In the internship program, in the content marketing lesson, one of the exercises that we give is to create an outline for a book, and how to brainstorm idea to write a book and come up with a title. So if you come up with a very small book, like a 100-page book, let's say the book's title is Digital Marketing for Doctors. Do you think that if you go ahead and send out this particular small book to 100 different doctors in your city, you will be able to at least convert a few of them into your clients? What do you think? Let me know in the chat box. Imagine that you are going ahead and trying to get doctors as your clients, and you are sending this book, right? So some people are saying amazing idea. Yes, because you are basically going ahead and establishing your authority. And do not do an ebook, do a print book, right? Go ahead and do a print book, send it to the client, and the client is going to be absolutely happy. It is going to develop your brand. It is going to increase the possibility that you can reach the client, and the client will be ready to listen to you of whatever you are saying, right? So then lead generation and outreach. So what I will do is that I will share a video with you on lead generation, which is on my YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and have a look at my YouTube channel. One of the biggest videos that I have created, one of the longest videos I have created. It's like a single video, is like a course. And let's go ahead and check out my channel. One moment. You are more like so. So guys, this particular video called The Ultimate Guide to Lead Generation has more than 230,000 views. And this is a 3 or 40-minute video. So this particular video will help you understand, everything that you need to know about lead generation. And it has tools, how do you collect emails, how do you send outreach emails, the entire CATT strategy, which is content, attention, trust, transaction, everything. So what I will do is that I will just go ahead and share the link to this particular video on the chat box. And if you like the webinar so far, why don't you go ahead and hit a like on this particular video, and also go ahead and put a comment on this particular video, on how you liked whatever you learned in this particular freelancing webinar, and make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, right? So this you can also go ahead and check out my 100-day lead generation course. I will be sending you the email for this video, as well as the 100-day lead generation course. So that basically covers all the things so regarding lead generation. So Gautam is asking, when will you get the silver play button? The silver play button will come to me after I get 1 lakh subscribers. Right now I have 97,500 subscribers. So go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and probably help me hit 1 lakh subscribers. Some people are asking, how is it different from the 100-day lead generation course? So the 100-day lead generation course is an email course, and this particular one second, and this particular video is just video, right? All right. So what are the other things that we have to cover. So closing the sale, right? So how do you close the sale? So you basically close the sale with a one-to-one meeting or on a Zoom meeting. And there are plenty of techniques that I share in the internship program on how you can go ahead and close the sale and copywriting techniques and all those things. Obviously, in the interest of time, I will try to keep this webinar short. I cannot go into how to close the sale in depth. It is definitely something that you can learn in the lead generation module. You can go ahead and learn from the lead generation module. So that is where you will learn how to close the sales as well. Advertising your services. You can advertise on Facebook ads, Google ads, create a landing page, and most importantly, create a form and create something like a form. And within that form, you will be able to go ahead and get a lot of information from the client, which is going to help you with the sales. So I still see a lot of people asking about the internship program. Guys, if you want to become part of the internship program, just go ahead and apply for the internship program. I will be giving you the link in the chat box. That is the application form to go ahead and apply for the internship program. And if you apply for the internship program, I will approve you, and then I will invite you for a launch webinar. And in the launch webinar, you will be able to enroll in the internship program. Right. So all the information about the internship program will be given in the launch webinar. The internship program is a unique program where you will earn for all the assignments that you submit. And for every assignments you submit, you will earn money. Right. I'm not so the structure is like a little bit different. It's very exciting. In fact, if you complete all the assignments, you will earn more money than what you paid for. So that is the internship program. And anyway, getting back to the point here, you need to advertise your services. Service delivery and workflow is a very, very big concept, but you need a business process, right? Without having a business process, you will not be able to deliver projects. And one of the things that you need to focus on is that when you start delivering a project, you create a process and system around it. Like, for example, let's say I want to run Facebook ads for a client. If I do the Facebook ads for the client myself, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a process around it so that tomorrow I can give that process to an employee and the employee can go ahead and repeat that process. So when an employee goes ahead and repeats that process, then he can scale, right? I mean, I can hire 3 clients, I can get 3 clients and hire 3 employees, and we can go ahead and try to streamline it. So that is one of the benefits of creating service delivery and workflow. And then eventually you can get to automation and outsourcing as well. So when we go to automation and outsourcing, basically what we are doing is that we are using systems and processes to deliver the projects automatically and also to do marketing. And we can have sub freelancers working under you. So you start out as a freelancer. One of the biggest thing in the freelancing journey is getting the client. Most of the people struggle with getting the client. Most of the people struggle with generating leads and closing the sale by talking to the client. So that is the golden link in the entire process. If you can go ahead and become a freelancer who can convert clients in a particular niche, then you can go ahead and basically outsource rest of the work to other freelancers and basically make money by just selling, right? How amazing it would be. And then obviously you have to think about finance and cash flow if you are especially expanding. And then what you can do is that if you learn service delivery, automation and outsourcing, finance and cash flow, eventually you can start building an agency. And how many of you here want to build a digital marketing agency? All right, a lot of people are interested in running a digital marketing agency because digital marketing agencies are going to be the most profitable things that you can start, because everybody wants digital marketing and everybody wants somebody to go ahead and help with digital marketing. So we have one person, Niyati Agarwal, who is constantly telling me what is the time. I don't know why that person is doing that. I can see the time in my system. And some people will always keep copy pasting the same question again and again in the chat box. I don't know why people do that, but we have all kinds of people whenever we do a webinar. All right. So, this is the overall concept that I wanted to share about freelancing. And people who are already part of the internship program, you are going to get a 2-hour video just about digital freelancing. And then in the future, I'm also going to go ahead and launch a digital freelancing internship program. And what we can do is that for people who want to join the internship program. So how many of you want to join the internship program? Just type me in the chat box if you want to join the internship program. In fact, you can put it as all panelists and attendees so that others in the chat box can also go ahead and do it. So what we are going to do is that, we are basically having like a refresher, right? For existing interns also, when you do these webinars, you are going to go ahead and have a refresher on things. So people are asking, what is the fees of the internship program? How do I join? Am I eligible? Everything will be, told in the webinar tomorrow. So tomorrow I am doing a launch webinar for the batch 10 of the internship program. I will be sending you a mail about it right after this webinar. So watch out for my email if you want to join the internship program. And for the existing interns, how is the internship program going, guys? Let me know in the chat box. So I see Bhuvaneshwari want to share that I am from batch 6 and just now ended up closing a deal for 360-degree digital marketing services. So Bhuvaneshwari, do you want to come on video and share your experience? Let me know in the chat box. There's so many chats coming in, literally missing a lot of chats. So who wants to share the experience of the internship program right now live on the webinar? All right, so let me know what you want to share also, so that there's so many people saying I want to share. Let me know what you want to share so that I have a criteria to select you. So people from the previous batches, like maybe 5th batch, 6th batch, 7th batch, someone can go ahead and share your experience. Who wants to do it? Let me know in the chat box and I will put you online. And maybe the people who are all right. So I'd like to share about success mindset. So Sendil Kumar, I will put you online. I will make you a panelist. So fees for the internship is something that will be, I will be telling it to you tomorrow during the program. It's a very unique program where you will earn money from the program. So I don't want to, tell it right now. And Sendil Kumar, you should be able to start your video right now. If possible, go ahead and unmute yourself and start video. And if is there anyone else who wants to share, let me know in the chat box.
Hi all.
Hey Senthil, what's up?
Yeah. Hi, good. Yeah, actually, I want to express myself regarding the success mindset on the week first. Actually, it was a extremely very good experience for me. Actually, some of the things my previous ex-bosses who are all my well-wishers told, actually, by the time I don't have time to experience that. But after joining the internship, I was extremely happy to do that.
Fantastic.
Actually,
And which batch are you from?
I'm from batch 9.
Okay, you just got started.
Yeah,
There is a long
yeah,
way to go.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, then actually initially I joined your course on the lead generation. I was first attracted from your course on the B2B and B2C concept.
Okay.
So I gone through it. So after understanding the course, then only I decided to join the internship.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah. So in that, actually, the most thing I want to update you, the actually you bring up the brain brought up. Actually, I've written all of my what are the things need to do. Actually, that is really a nice one. So nowadays I'm started practicing to every day.
Fantastic.
So
Fantastic.
it helps me to follow what are the things is pending, what are the things is
All right.
executed.
Okay, Sendil. So let's not take too much time.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
are other
sure,
people
yeah,
as well. So
yeah,
I will see you around in the exclusive calls
yeah,
for
yeah,
the interns.
yeah. Okay, thank you.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So let's see who else is ready to share their experience. So Pritika, you can maybe switch on your video. If we have Pritika Pallavi online. Rajesh, we have Rajesh from batch 9. So maybe Kamal Kannan, you can share your experience, or Mangesh, you can also go ahead and switch on your video, share your experience. Shubham Upadhyay or Priyanka Sharma. I just searched for Priyanka and we have so many Priyankas online because there are 700 people live. So maybe Priyanka Sharma, you can share your experience. So people are saying, yeah.
Yeah, hi. Absolute pleasure to be able to share my experience. I'm I'm grateful to you and for myself in a sense to have made this choice.
Fantastic. You are
So
from batch 9?
I'm from batch 5. I finished
5. Okay.
uh, so in terms of the successes, if you count, I don't have clients to boast of, and neither do I have a freelance assignment. So why am I coming up and talking about? I think the program has left me more sane and sensible when I talk to people. And to me personally, that's a very important way to approach work. So the program has helped you understand not just the topic, so because for that there's a lot of help available, but also a comprehensive overall view. So when I speak to somebody, the first thing that I know is that I believe in my own skill and that I'm talking to somebody with the complete knowledge of the subject. So you have lesser chances of either like faking it or fibbing it or somehow being slimy about saying half the story and then running away with questions which you don't feel comfortable answering. I think the one thing that the program does beautifully is to bring up the confidence of you in yourself and in your skill. And tools will keep changing, and be new ones, and there'll be current ones which will undergo change. And you think you're a master of something, and tomorrow morning you'll wake up to see Google Analytics doesn't look like what you had read in your book. But the confidence that you have, and the confidence that you have in your skill, and the overall picture that you get after having gone through your lectures and your approach to work is amazing. It's fantastic, and God bless you to have had set on this journey.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Priyanka. So where are you from?
India, actually. I live in a lot of cities. Currently, I'm in Vizag.
Oh yeah, currently I was asking Vizag.
Yeah,
Okay.
currently I'm in Vizag, but most of my work is from Bombay. Otherwise, I'm from Delhi. I've lived in at least 6 other cities.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Great.
it's been a beautiful journey, and I hope to interact if I do get the chance.
Yeah, sure, definitely. We will do further interactions, and I am also planning to do one-on-one interactions with a lot of interns. So we will eventually get around to that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have like a client that closed out, but I know that when I was able to put my skill out there, I was very confident about what I spoke. And so, irrespective of what happens along down the line, I feel that at least when I speak, I'm not fibbing, or I'm not talking half truth, or I'm not trying to be slimy and not, trying to project something that does not exist. And that makes me very happy.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, Priyanka, for sharing your experience. Fantastic. So we have Pritika. Pallavi, you want to share? You can unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, my name is Pritika, and I want to share experience about 2 videos I have seen yet. In week 1, I have seen success mindset, and week 2, I am from batch 9 actually.
Okay.
And in week two, I have seen the video about law of marketing. I have learned a lot from these 2 videos. Actually, from law of marketing, I actually learned a lot of things. And now from success mindset, from starting days, I am seeing that my life has changed from everything, and I start thinking positive in my. Actually, I'm very much nervous about speaking out of people, but I thought that no, I will speak and I will achieve everything in my life. Thanks, Deepak
Fantastic.
sir.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Pritika. So where are you from?
I am from Bihar, Patna, but I am living in Gurgaon.
Gurgaon. Okay, great. Thank you. So we have one of our team members who is from Patna, Divya Kotari.
Yes.
So
Okay,
she's in
okay, sir.
Patna right now. Okay, thanks a lot. So I will put you back as an attendee. Thanks a lot.
Yes, thank you.
So anyway, those are some of the comments that we have got for the internship program, and I think we can keep going on and on. We have hundreds of people who are ready to give a feedback. But how many of you here feel confident about the program who have not yet joined? Let me know in the chat box. And tomorrow, definitely join us if you are interested in the internship program. And it's already 10. We have been doing the webinar for almost an hour now. And I will go ahead and catch up with you. For people who want to join the internship program, I will catch up with you tomorrow at 11 a.m. I will be sending you an email about it. And for people who are already part of the internship program, we will be going ahead and doing an intern exclusive webinar probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow, for which also I will be sending an email. So that's about it, guys. Good night. Just say good night to your fellow attendees in the chat box. And I will see you again in the next webinar. All right. Bye-bye.